Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Whew, 2022. How is it treating you guys? For me, I feel blessed. I feel really happy. And today, guys, I really tried with my makeup and the earrings. Tell me I'm not a queen. Just tell me I'm not a queen. But anyway, if you are a new subscriber, my name is Nikiwe Kalimonga. I do lifestyle videos, especially around how I live my life as a person with a disability. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Welcome back. And you guys, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Yeah? Can you please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new video? Because 2022, I'm coming back strong, honey. So you need to subscribe. But anyway, guys, without me ranting too much, let's just get straight right into the video. So if you have already seen from the title of this video, today I want to talk about my university experience, because some of you guys, you requested for it, and if you request, I give it right to you, baby. So today I just want to talk about my university experience, yeah, in many like different aspects of how I experienced university. So first of all, I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm a Zimbabwean. I stay in Zimbabwe, and I did my university in South Africa, University of Cape Town, in Cape Town. So that's where I did my university, and it was really a good experience. Overall, it was a very good experience, and I thank God for such an experience. So let me just give you guys a little bit of a background of why I decided to study in South Africa, and like what really went on so that I studied in South Africa. So when I finished my A level, I finished in 2012. That is my high school. For those that don't know, I finished in 2012. So when I finished in 2012, I took a gap year. That was the whole of 2013, and I was working. And by that time, I had time to apply. So for me, I always told myself that I wanted to study outside of Zimbabwe. Firstly, because of the university experience that I had in Zimbabwe, especially for people with disabilities, that it was difficult and all that. So for me, I was like, no, I need to study somewhere else. Secondly, the reason why I wanted to study outside of Zimbabwe is because I wanted to experience life outside of my culture, outside of my community, or yeah, I just wanted a new experience in life, and I just wanted time off from family, from culture, from everything. Just time all by myself to think about my life, what I really wanted for my life, and who I was as a person. Because before university years, guys, I was never confident. I was someone who was struggling with my confidence, my self-esteem, all because of the society that I grew up in, which told me that as a person with a disability, you're not beautiful enough, you're not this and that, you are, like, I've already shared my story. I'll see if I can leave like a link in the description below so that you can see exactly. You can watch this video so that you can see where I'm coming from. But anyway, I wanted like a new experience. So thank God I got a place at the University of Cape Town. That was in 2014. So I started from 2014 up to 2017, and I did social work. It was a 4-year degree, and it was just something else. So let me just get straight on to my experience as a university student, as a person with a disability at the University of Cape Town. Let me talk about academics. Guys, I think ever since I started going to school, that is grade 1 up to my high school, I've never failed anything, never. But when I went to university, my first semester, I failed 2 courses. And for me, I think I cannot really say I failed because I was not understanding the courses, but I think I failed because of like what was going around me, trying to adjust to the new university life and all that. And it was just so difficult for me. But after that, my battery just died, so I was trying to change the battery. So what I was saying is, for me, academically, At first it was really difficult, especially the first days. It was really, really difficult because I was just trying. It was difficult for me to adjust to this university life. Um, but I thank God, ever since that first semester, I never failed a course, never again. And my grades were much better because now I was used to the environment. I was now making new friends. My social life was just much, much better. And I was now enjoying like university life. And then moving on to social life. So social life, this includes going out, entertainment, going to parties and all that. Guys, in my life, before university, I'd never tasted alcohol. Like never, ever, ever. Because I grew up in a home, like in a Christian home, and alcohol was just, it was a taboo. It was a taboo, especially for a girl child. What? It was really a taboo. So I never tasted alcohol. But when I went to university, that was my first time ever to taste alcohol. And I became like a drunkard, not really a drunkard, but I was like drinking occasionally with friends, if I go out with friends or if I visit friends. And I was like drinking here and there, such an experience. But I think later on, that's when I realized that alcohol was not for me. So now I'm not drinking anymore. That's when I realized that no, it's not really for me. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't like how I feel after taking alcohol. So I just stopped. But that was my first time to taste alcohol. Also, that was my first time to go into a club, honey. I think I was in second or third year. That's when I went to the club. And personally, honestly, I didn't like the experience. Like it was just so overwhelming for me, like having people around you, like so much noise, everyone is just doing whatever they are doing, and it was just a lot for me. So I was like, oh no, this is not really for me as well. So I only went to the club once, and I never went to the club, never again. And then when it comes to entertainment, for me, guys, all by myself, I'm a party on my own. I'm entertainment on my own. So most of the time, I also used to spend most of the time in my room. Sometimes I'll even spend the whole weekend without even going out. And I enjoyed that. I never felt lonely. I never felt like anything. I really enjoyed just being in my room all by myself without any disturbances. Sometimes I also used to go out with friends, just hanging out with friends, going maybe for dinner, for lunch, for brunch, and all that. And I thank God that I really had like good friends who also wanted me to have a good time and enjoy the experience. They were very patient with me. They were so considerate, and they were so, what is it called? They were so also very compromising as well. So, for example, if it's a place where people can just get into a text in a combi and they can go, but when they are going with me, they know that I wasn't able to get into a combi because of how huge my wheelchair was. People were so compromising to say, oh, let's take a taxi, let's take a cab, because we are with Sneaky. And I really thank God for such friends. So if you're a student and you don't have such friends in your life, girl, you need to change those friends. And then when it comes to parties, I was never a party girl. I was never a party person. I think the only parties that I used to go were, those parties which happens like at our own residence, because we used to like have different residences, like different names, and different residents would do different parties. I think those were the only parties that I would just attend, but nothing else. I was never a party person. Even now, I'm not a party person. For me, parties are really overwhelming for me. I think that's also the reason why I don't like Christmas season, because it's just so overwhelming for me. I don't like Christmas at all. And then another aspect, when you're at university, this is the time when you're like looking for the one, meeting like new people, meeting new guys, new relationship, different relationships. So my relationship or my love life at university, was dead, guys. The reason why, okay, it wasn't dead. Let me say not it was dead. Okay. Firstly, let me say I never dated anyone at the university premise, whether they were in my year or a year ahead of me or a year behind me. I never dated anyone from the university premises. Never. So when I went to university, my first year, I just come out of a breakup with some guy who like really broke my heart. And when I look back now, I'm just like, oh, sneaky, like really. But at that time, I was so heartbroken. I cried. I just saw my world crumbling in front of me. I never saw. It was just hard. It was just difficult, honey. But so I went to first year. I was not in a relationship. I was so single and ready to mingle. And then that's when I also like got into a relationship. But the relationship was more like a long distance relationship. Both the person was also in South Africa, but they were in Pretoria, and the relationship was just like, oh, it wasn't even. If I look back at it now, I'm just like, Sneaky, you were really girl. That was so. That relationship, I think, it lasted for about a year, and then when I broke up with that guy, I also got into another relationship on him. That one was like a very long distance relationship because the guy was in Zimbabwe and I was in South Africa, and it was just, at first the relationship was good and I was just so deep in love, like head over heels, heels over head, whatever. But you just know that it's head and heels somewhere. And the relationship was, at first it was really okay, and our communication was just up to par. It was okay. Like I felt like I was with this person all around me because we used to talk, video calls and everything. But at some point it became very toxic because this person was like, where are you? What are you doing? What are you talking to? Send a picture. And for me, I thought it was like, oh my god, this guy is head over heels. This guy is so in love. But gosh, it was a talk. Later on, that's when I realized that this is a toxic relationship. You need to leave. Yeah, and then 2017, that's when I met my loving husband, and I was also in Cape Town at university, and he was here in Zimbabwe. So my whole university, oh god, my whole university experience, or my whole university years, guys, I was in long distance relationships. How sad. Really sad, guys, but I won't trade it for anything. I think that was the best experience that I had by that time, and I thank God for that. And then moving on to friendships, guys, my circle was really small. I remember my best friend, who is still my best friend even up to now. She was someone who was also from Zimbabwe. We've been best friends since high school, and then we went to the same university, and life was just awesome. But I also gained a few friends whilst I was in South Africa. So I had like people that I also used to talk to at our res where I was staying, and also had like in class and all that. But I gained quite a few number of friends who were like really good friends. Yeah, and one of them, she came to my wedding, and I was like, yes girl, support. And yeah, but my friends were really cool friends. I really had like understanding friends. Like I've already said that my friends were so understanding. They really wanted me to have a good experience, just the way they were also having a good experience. And it was really, really awesome and really good. And then moving on to lifestyle as a person with disabilities. Guys, if I can say that, at UCT opened my mind to a lot of things, to how I was treated back home and how people with disabilities are treated back home. But when I went to UCT, it really opened my mind. A lot of things changed for me. So let me talk about transport. At university, we had like transport. We were specifically for people with disabilities, with ramps and all. And the transport used to come to take us from our doorstep, from res to class. After class, like they already have like your timetable, knowing that you're finishing at this time. you're going back to raise it, this time you're going to this place, and this time you're doing this. And it was so convenient, to be honest. But also there were times where, sometimes classes they clash, and now you're finishing at 2, and on the timetable is saying you're finishing at 1, and the driver sometimes gets upset with you, and then he drives off and all. But generally, the experience at UCT when it comes to transport, it was really okay. I cannot complain. And the buildings at UCT, I think they were really okay. They were really, really good. Yeah, there were elevators, and I was able to maneuver like the whole university all by myself. I was so independent, guys. Even at race, I was so independent. Everything was just put according to my height. The switch, like the light switch, they were at my height. Like everything, guys. The shower. I remember I stayed all by myself for the whole 4 years. That's just how convenient and how beautiful it was. So buildings, man, they were nice. And then moving around, this is where the challenge was. So when I'm saying moving around, I'm talking about moving around even outside of the university. Maybe I want to go shopping, I want to go, there were times I was forced to leave my wheelchair behind because there was no transport to carry my wheelchair, especially during the weekends, because our drivers during the weekend, they didn't work during the weekends. So I had to leave my wheelchair and then get into a taxi and then get to the shopping mall, and sometimes rent. Like at the shopping malls, they also have those wheelchairs that they can give out to people. Those are the wheelchairs that I was using only if I'm going with someone. But if I'm going on by myself, I won't be able to push the wheelchair around. So it means I was forced to walk around shopping. It was a challenge, guys. It was a lot. It was, yeah. In most of the buildings as well, they were not wheelchair friendly. That is outside of the university premises. And I remember it was just so difficult. It was a lot. What else? I think also South Africa, when it comes to like buildings, and also they also still have some work to do, although I think they're at a better stage when it comes, like, as compared to Zimbabwe. But generally, I think I can say they're at a much better stage, although they're still work in progress. So yeah, I think basically that's my university experience. But generally, my experience was awesome. My experience was good. I was able to live like a life all by myself, outside of culture, outside of like everybody that I knew, and I had time to think about my life, what I want as a person, and just to refresh, because I was born in Zimbabwe, I was raised in Zimbabwe. Like, I wanted a new experience, and that's exactly what I got. And it opened my mind even to the world. And that's where my career is. That's why I also started my YouTube channel, guys. Although I only posted one video for the whole 4 years, but I was inspired to start a YouTube channel. I gained my confidence. I started my motivational speaking journey. I won an award from Zimbabwe International Women's Awards when I was at university. So what more can I ask for? My university experience was just awesome. It was something out of this world, and I cannot trade it for anything, because it really shifted my life. It changed. It was a turning point for me, and I really thank God for such an experience. Guys, I'm really feeling these earrings. I bought them when I went to India last year, 2020, and they're just giving me a queen vibes, and I love it. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing, supporting, commenting, liking, sharing. You guys are so awesome. But guys, let's keep subscribing. Let's keep hitting that subscribe button so that we can reach 10,000 subscribers. Oh my god, you guys, I don't even know how much to say thank you, because you guys, you have been supporting me, you have been rooting for me, you have been there for me. I'm not the most consistent person, I'm not the most reliable person, but you guys always come back and support me, and I just want to say thank you so much, and I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. That is next week on Monday, on the 17th of January. So yeah. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your week.